walk out on that field today, ask yourself this question.
What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Let's go! We ready! We ready! We ready! We ready! And let's go to the house! And let's go to the house!
When I step on the field, I send one message. And this is what it feels like. This is what it feels like.
Football is getting hit. That's it.
It's gonna be football now! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Let's hunt now! Let's hunt now! Let's go! Let's hunt! We ready! And let's go to the house! And let's go to the house!
We're talking about the Jets like we're talking about the Saints. You know, all this, how like we the Miami Heat of football. Yeah. The bottom line is you got to buckle up your chin strap.
It's embarrassing.
Yeah.
Don't disrespect the game like that. There's too much crying from them.
He's a man. They can be hit just like us. He's a man.
You ought to make the big money.
He's a man.
Don't cry when you step on the field, man. That's war out there.
When I step on the field, I send one message. And this is what it feels like.
Oh, my bad. Your bad don't work in my world.
What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! We ready! And let's go to the house! And let's go to the house! It's a wrap. Game over.
Nah, game's not over. It's just getting started right here on the lunch break, powered by JM&E, Jones Media and Entertainment. And we're streaming live on Roku TV, courtesy of BS3 TV. If you got a Roku streaming device, all you got to do is download BS3 TV and then look at all the great programming. If you want to catch us live, you'll see a icon that says live streams. Click on that. You'll see us between 12 and 1 Central, between 1 and 2 on the East Coast, between 11 and 12 in the mountain area, and between 10 and 11 on the West Coast. So we're everywhere. And you can be everywhere too. Hey, it's Winning Wednesday. And I apologize for not being here yesterday, but it was a great opportunity to rebroadcast the amazing show by the coach, Johnny Cole, on the HBCU stroll when he had none other than legendary HBCU quarterback and NFL quarterback Doug Williams. He is a VP with the Washington Commanders, and he was on a couple of weeks ago on the 11th. Replayed it yesterday. Very, very wide open interview. Really enjoyed every bit of that. So again, glad to be back with you live today. So got a lot to talk about on Winning Wednesday. Hope you are here with me and tune in. If you want to get in, talk to me directly, you can. You can call, you can text. Hey, my niece done tuned in, man. I got to have you back on the show. It's been far too long, and we got a lot that we got to talk about after this past NBA season and the upcoming season. Y'all be sure to tune in to her great work on Valencia King TV. And I mean, she's got it all going on. She has it all going on. Niece, tell the family I said hello. Tell mom, dad, I said, what up, though? And hey, can't wait to collab with you again soon. It's been long overdue. All right, so if you want to get in, 832-403-5005, 832-403-5005. You can text me. You can email aj@jonesmediaandentertainment.com. I'm sorry, aj@jonesmediaandent.com, aj@jonesmediaandent.com. You can reach me there. I'll read your text messages or your comments live on the show. And you can always put them in the stream. Boy, I love that love. And I got to tell you, I've been following you, man. You have been a bright, shining light, Valencia. You have been a bright, shining light. I'm telling you, your positivity is infectious. We need more of that. In this world today. So please keep doing what you're doing. You already know. What nobody else has to say matters. You just be you. Fearful, wonderful. All right. So last night, the National League lost again to the American League. 9th win in the row for the American League in the Major League Baseball All Star game. 9th win in a row. And congratulations, Framber Valdez getting the win as a starting pitcher or as one of the pitchers for the American League. He pitched a scoreless third inning and got the win. Again, he is Houston's own. We're glad to have him. He was is the ace of the bullpen, in spite of the fact that Justin Verlander has been on fire. Justin Verlander is going to pitch tomorrow against the New York Yankees in, I think, game 1 of the doubleheader. So Kyle Tucker got a chance to play. He went 0 for 2. The other guys did not play. They didn't use Justin Verlander. Of course, Dusty Baker was a manager, so he wasn't going to use his other ace. He had to have him ready for the doubleheader yesterday. Jose Altuve didn't play. They were trying to save him. He's got a little bit of a contusion. And then also Yordan Alvarez didn't even make the trip. He has been put on the 10-day disabled list, but I think he's coming off either today or tomorrow, so he can be ready for that doubleheading tomorrow right here in Houston. So again, congratulations to the American League. But here's the thing. The American League winning 9 in a row has not translated to them winning the World Series. Now, remember, it was a few years back that former commissioner of baseball, Bud Selig, tried to put some importance on the All Star game so that they didn't have just an exhibition. Whoever won the All Star game, that league would get the home field advantage during the World Series. So if the National League won it, they got home field advantage in the World Series. And then, of course, if the American League won it, they would get home field advantage. Again, you would think that with the American League winning 9 in a row, that the American League would be just dominating the World Series. Not so. Not so. In fact, I pulled it up. In the last 9 years, the National League has won 5 out of 9. The National League has won 5 out of 9. Going back to 2013, Boston won that. Kansas City won 2015. The Astros won 2017, of course. Boston won 2018. And then the last 3 in a row have been the National League. So watch this. 2014, San Francisco. 2016, Chicago. 2019, Washington over the Astros. 2020, the Dodgers. And last season, the Atlanta Braves over the Astros. So, again, no correlation to whoever wins the majority of the mid-season exhibition. The mid-season exhibition, there is no guarantee that that person is going to win the World Series. In fact, National League has lost 9 in a row, but they've won 5 out of the last 9 World Series matchups. So congratulations to the National League on winning it last night, but we'll see who will be in the World Series this year. I'm going to take a quick break. When I come back, we'll look at who's leading which divisions in the American League and National League and kind of get an idea or feel for who's most likely to be in the World Series. All right, we'll take a quick break. We'll be back with more right after this. Again, if you want to get in, 832-403-5005. That's 832-403-5005. Or you can email me, aj@jonesmediaandent.com. aj@jonesmediaandent.com. We're live on the lunch break.
BS3 Network, changing the way you watch TV.
All right, back here on the lunch break, powered by JM&E and streaming live on Roku, courtesy of BS3 TV. If you got a Roku streaming device, just download BS3 TV, and you will find the lunch break along with some other extremely great shows like Queen 3 and King. That broadcast last night at 7 o'clock. Great show with my brother King Dawkins and his lovely sisters. A phenomenal show. If you missed it live last night, do yourself a favor. Go to BS3 TV and check out the replay. Another great show. And then the forecast from Monday night was powerful. FOURCAST. Look, I've made myself a part of the cast. We review movies that are just great movies. A couple of weeks ago, we did the 13th for the 13th Amendment. Last week, or this past Monday, they did Antebellum. Great movies. And again, go back and check that out. Great commentary. I mean, these cats are for real. And I absolutely love these brothers, man. I mean it. So, again, check out all the great content on BS3 TV. All right, let's look at Major League Baseball standings. Following the All Star break. We'll start with the National League first. Right now, the Mets are only 2.5 games up on the Atlanta Braves. But again, the Mets lead the National League East. National League Central is being led by the Milwaukee Brewers. They're 50-43. Man, they're literally about 8 games behind the Mets for the best record, for that record. And then you got the Dodgers, who are 10 games up on the Padres at 60-30. Dodgers 30 games up over 500 right now. So if I had to make a pick today, who was going to represent the National League in the World Series this year, I got to go Dodgers. I love what their manager is doing. I love what that organization stands for. I just love what they have put together. So, yeah, I know everybody's thinking that the Braves are going to repeat from last year. Nope. Everybody's thinking that this is the year of the Mets. It could be. I go Dodgers, Mets if I had to go top 2 in the National League. All right, let's go over to the American League. In the American League East, it's all Yankees. Yankees with the best record in baseball, 64-28. And they're 13 games up on the Rays, who are 10 games up over 500. And they're 13 games behind in the standings. That should just let you know how on fire the Yankees are right now. They are, again, dominating Major League Baseball. In the American League Central, it's Minnesota. They are up by 2 games on the Guardians at 50-44. Only 6 games above 500, 2 games up in the standings. And then you've got the Astros at 59-32, 1 game under 60 wins, but they're 9 games up in the standings on the Seattle Mariners. Astros record 59-32. So again, if I have to go with a team to represent the American League, my heart says Astros, but the numbers say Yankees. My heart says Astros, but the numbers say Yankees. So my 2 teams out of the American League, Yankees, Astros. 2 teams out of the National League, Dodgers, Mets. Those are my final 4. In the pennant races. National League pennant, I got Mets and Dodgers, with the Dodgers winning that. And then in the American League, I got Yankees, Astros, and my heart wants to say Astros. I want to believe Astros. As a fan, I say Astros, but as an analyst, broadcast journalist, barring anything unforeseen or unimaginable, it's Yankees. And what's crazy is the Yankees have not been to the World Series since. Woo, goodness. Yankees have not been to the World Series. I'm scrolling. I'm still scrolling. New York Yankees have not been to the World Series since 2003. 2003, when they lost to the Florida Marlins. They lost to the Florida Marlins. Final score was 4-2 in the deciding game. Well, they won the series 4-2 over the Yankees back in 2003. So are the Yankees due? Absolutely. I'm not saying they're gonna be. Oh, yeah, I'm not saying they're gonna be, but man, they haven't been to the World Series since 2003. On the other hand, of course, the Astros were in the World Series last year and lost to the Braves. The Astros were in the World Series in 2019 and lost to Washington. And of course, the Astros beat the Dodgers in 2017. As far as on the National League side, the Dodgers, of course, won the World Series in 2020. They lost to the Red Sox in 2018, and they lost to the Astros in 2017. The Mets haven't been to a World Series since 2015. Since 2015, that's where they lost to Kansas City 4-1. And it had been almost a century since they've been there before that. So again, very interesting on Winning Wednesday. Who is heading out of the All Star break at what position? We got a lot of baseball left to go. All right, so baseball out of the way. Winning Wednesday here on the lunch break. Again, if you want to get in, if you want to get some comments into me, 832-403-5005. That's 832-403-5005. Or you can email me, AJ at Jones Media and Entertainment. Stop saying that, Andre. I'm getting it wrong. AJ at jonesmediaandent.com. AJ at jonesmediaandent.com. And I'll get your comments in. All right, real quick, somebody sent me a text, 713-601. AJ, do you believe that the Astros can win it all? Absolutely. I want them to. Win one for Dusty. I do not want Dusty Baker to have to fight to get in the Hall of Fame because he's been a great manager everywhere he's been, but he's come up short of winning a chip. So he gets a chip, he's in, no question. Fight me. I think he's in even without winning a chip. I just love Dusty Baker, and that would just finish off his great career with him winning a chip. So I'm a Dusty fan. I like the Astros. I hope that they will get it done. So to answer your question, yeah, I think they can. All right, let me go to 281-392, 281-392. AJ, what do the Astros need to do to finish off strong? Stay healthy. They got to stay healthy, and then more guys at the plate have to start picking up steam. Remember, Alex Bregman is still not quite gotten into his mid-season or definitely his postseason form. There are a couple of other guys that still need to kind of pick up a little slack. Kyle Tucker is hitting for power, but he's not hitting for average. And then Young Pena has been in and out of the lineup, Keith Hennig, what's crazy is Dusty hadn't already made it into the World Series as a player. I think Dusty is as legendary and as historic as anybody to have played this game, especially when you look at who he's played with. So I know that his chance to get in is as a manager, and I don't want to hear anybody saying, yeah, but he didn't win a chip, because there are a bunch of managers that didn't win chips that deserve recognition. So I think he's in. All right, here we go. 832-786. AJ, is your support of the Astros based on fandom or facts? I've said it a couple of times. As a fan, I want this. As an analyst, broadcast journalist, I say Yankees, Dodgers. So I appreciate the message. All right, here we go. Where is this? 846-417. 846-417. AJ, can the Dodgers hold on? And who do you think will contend with the Dodgers? I think in their own division, the Padres, they could get hot and make a push down the stretch. I don't see anybody else in that division. And then obviously the Mets, if they're for real, they stay hot, they will definitely compete. So if I had to give you a couple teams that can compete with the Dodgers, Padres, Mets, Braves. Padres, Mets, Braves. Milwaukee, they'll probably make the playoffs because they win the division, but I don't see them making any noise in the playoffs. Just me personally. All right, let's see who else we got here. Appreciate y'all tuning in. It's been a while. Area code 469-937. 469-937. AJ, football winners. Who you got? Let me take a break, and I'll come back with that right after this on the lunch break.
BS3 Network. Changing the way you watch TV.
All right, y'all. That's how you can rock and roll with us live on Roku TV with BS3 TV. If you got a Roku streaming device, just download BS3 TV, BS3 TV, and then you can click on live streams and you can see us live, or you can click on the replay of all of the shows, and you're going to have some really great content. Man, there's a marriage show on there. There's a show on there about travel. There's a lot of personal development shows as well as ministries. And I mean, it's just a great, great, great network. I love what Ben Sutter III, King Doc, and others are doing with BS3 TV. That's why I'm a part of it. So anyway, let me go back to the original question of what do I think about the winners in the NFL? I've been pretty vocal about that. But before I get to that, oh, man, I forgot. This is my first day back since the cinematic affair this past weekend. Oh, my gosh. It is surreal. It is surreal when I think about the cinematic affair and everything that went down on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Friday night was a social and mixer. Saturday was the premiere and red carpet event of the Perry Games, the Book of Aries, and the movie that I was in, Soulmates. And then they also debuted the trailer of upcoming movies. And let me just tell you, man, there are some great creatives out there in this city that are doing great work. And I'm talking great work. So hats off to Malcolm, Jamal, Shakobi, and Sonia and Bradford Lowe. They literally, man, are the ones who have just motivated these young people to be as creative as they could possibly be. Marietta Willis, and all my brothers and sister actors and actresses, man, y'all are phenomenal. And how could I forget who shot you? Q shot you. Q is the man when it comes to that camera work and acting. It was amazing. Keith Hennig, I got to tell you, man, I am overwhelmed. I'm serious. When this is not just false humility. I'm overwhelmed to have had the opportunity to work with this great group. Overwhelmed because I was in with some great actors. I was in there with some great actresses. I was definitely in there with great producers, writers, creators, camera people, lighting people. Man, it was just phenomenal. And I cannot wait for you all to have an opportunity to see that for yourself. As soon as those movies are posted up and I can share the links with you, I will. But just, man, the Perry Games, oh my gosh, the plot, the twists, the writing, the acting, man, the Book of Aries, Shakobi Chantel outdid herself. I'm going to have those three back on the show, including Q. I don't think I've had Q on the show yet. And then the movie Soulmates. Jamal outdid himself. Jamal Williams outdid himself. And man, he made me look like I knew what I was doing. So this brother is phenomenal. So again, I gotta just stop and take my hat off to and just appreciate all the phenomenal people with those projects and the ones that are upcoming. They did the trailers like they do in the movie theater. Upcoming movies, and man, there were several of them like, I gotta watch that. I gotta see that. I gotta see that. I have this thing that I do when they do the what's called the previews. That's what it is. When I see a preview, I'll either do this, like I gotta see it, like do that. I'm middle of the road on it, or I'll do that. It's like, nah, I don't want to have nothing to do with that. All of them were like, yeah. So I can't wait, man. I can't wait. Again, I am overwhelmed. I got to thank Jacoby Chantel because she was the one that initially introduced me to everyone, initially put me in her first play, Living It Up with Ida Vaughn, and then cast me for a movie, Not Another Christmas. That's going to be coming up this coming Christmas season. So when that films and shoots, I will let you know. And of course, I'll put the word out about that. But then it allowed me to be considered for Jamal's film, Soulmates, and to connect with some really great people, man. I cannot tell you how grateful I am. So anyway, I used a whole segment to just thank the amazing people in that family, the SGA network, man. I got to tell you, baby, talking about changing the game, not like Houston wasn't already on the map for movies and just stuff. It's definitely on that map now. It's like they recreating the whole map, if you will. Just get ready. You're going to be hearing more from Jacoby Chantel, Jamal Williams, and Malcolm. You're going to be hearing more from them. And from who shot you? Q shot you. Yeah, you're going to be hearing more from Q and all them cats. So I even got a little something in the works. I'm not going to say too much about it because when I tell you if it's in the infancy, but I think when it gets done, y'all are going to be surprised. I think y'all are going to be very surprised by this little piece that I'm working on. So, yeah, man, that's what it is. That's what it is. I wish I could do a roll call of the actors and actresses and what have you, but I'm going to miss somebody. I don't want to offend nobody. But, yeah, man. Yeah, it's what's up. What's up, Ben Sutter III? What's up, BS3? How you doing, man? I've been thanking you for the opportunity to be a part of BS3 Network, man. I've been telling folks they're missing out if they have not gone to their Roku streaming device and downloaded BS3 TV because it's what's up. It's what's up. All right, y'all. Look, I done ran my mouth for a minute. Let me take a break, and then I'll come back. We'll talk NFL, Winning Wednesday on NFL stuff. We just did baseball. We'll do NFL. We'll do basketball. Let's do some college football, too, when we come back right after this on the lunch break, powered by JM&E, and streaming live on Roku, courtesy of BS3. BS3. Somebody say it with me. BS3. Be right back.
BS3 Network. Changing the way you watch TV.
Y'all, back here on the lunch break, powered by JM&E and streaming live on Roku, courtesy of BS3 TV. You got a Roku streaming device, download BS3 TV and just click on it, man. Click on live streams. You can see me live Monday through Friday from 12 to 1 Central. And then if you, you can check out Snowman in the Morning with Cole Johnson, and you can check out great shows in the evening like King 3 and Queen, like The Forecast. I mean, just so many, too many to name. You just saw the lineup. Check it out. Check it out. Ben, you can see the movie. As soon as they post up the links, I'm getting them out. I'm getting them out. I'm getting them out. I'm in a movie called Soulmates, but you got to watch the other ones. You got to watch the Perry Games, and you got to watch the Book of Aries, man, because these young creatives killed it. I mean, they killed everything and ate everything. I mean it. And the red carpet was nice. My first red carpet event as an actor. I've been a red carpet, as a broadcast journalist. In fact, I did the Super Bowl gospel concert red carpet event at Lakewood when it was here, Super Bowl 51. And man, again, I got to meet CeCe Winans. I got to meet David and Tamla Mann. I got to meet Jacqueline Carr. I got to meet my frat brother, Lecrae. Got to meet Brian. Well, I know Brian Courtney Wilson. I know Major. That's like my nephew. But again, I got to see all of them. Kiara Sheard. She was looking good. Hadn't gotten married at the time. She like a niece to me, so I wasn't trying to holler. But I'm saying at the time she was still Kiara Sheard. And again, it was just an amazing event. But to be on the red carpet as an actor, and I got interviewed by one of my favorite people in the whole wide world, Natasha Marie and Biz Radio. I loved it, man. Again, nobody I love more than I love Natasha Marie. She's on the same time that I'm on, but she's on a network called Biz Radio. So it just all worked out. But as soon as they give me those links, I will post them up. All right, y'all. Let me get to this. Let's go and talk some Winning Wednesday. All right, baseball, my Final Four in baseball this year. I'm sticking by it. In the American League, I've got Yankees and Astros. In the National League, I got Dodgers and Mets. Dodgers coming out, and I think Yankees coming out, but I want Astros to come out in the American League. So Dodgers and Yankees, which would be historic, or Dodgers and Astros, either one I'd be cool with. Either one I would be cool with. Let's see. Football. NFL football. Things change on a daily basis. Training camps are just getting open. The New Orleans Saints opened their training camp for rookies yesterday. And then the veterans will report this coming Tuesday. They're going to be the opening round preseason game for the Texans on August the 13th, I believe it is, August 13th. Make sure I got that right. Yeah, August 13th, the Saints will be in town to take on the Texans at 7 o'clock. But again, they opened up their training camp on yesterday. Now, let me just run down training camps real quick. We'll do them in alphabetical order so I can cover everybody. The Arizona Cardinals will open up their training camp for rookies tomorrow, and then the vets will report 5 days later. That'll be in Glendale. The Atlanta Falcons are going to be out in the suburb in Atlanta. They opened up their rookie camp yesterday, and the veterans will report next Tuesday. Next Tuesday, the veterans report. Again, they're in a suburb of Atlanta. The Ravens, Baltimore Ravens, opened up their camp yesterday for rookies. Veterans report next Tuesday, and they're in Owings Mills, Maryland. Owings Mills, Maryland. You know where that is. I don't. The Buffalo Bills, one of the teams probably to beat this year. They're in Rochester. They invited their rookies 2 days ago on the 18th. The veterans will report in 3 days on the 23rd. The Carolina Panthers, with their new drama king quarterback, Baker Mayfield, open up in Spartanburg, Carolina. Both rookies and veterans report on the 26th. They'll report on the 26th. the Chicago Bears, who've been flirting with putting a dome on Soldier Field. They're in Lake Forest, Illinois. They report rookies on the 23rd and the veterans on the 26th. The Cincinnati Bengals, the team that represented the AFC in the Super Bowl, they're in Cincinnati. The rookies will report in 3 days, the veterans in 6 days. Rookies in 3, veterans in 6. Boy, I tell you what, the team that has far too many eyes on it than they even care about, Cleveland. Any day now, we should find out what the actual punishment is for Deshaun Watson. If it's a season or more, they're already saying that they're going to file a lawsuit to challenge that. But they open up their training camp in 2 days, and the veterans report in 6 days. And I know for them, they just want to get on the field. They want to get out of all this mess. The Dallas Cowboys are back in Oxnard, California. Rookies and veterans report on the 26th. The Denver Broncos, with their new quarterback, Mr. Russell Wilson, will be in Inglewood, Colorado. That's absolutely beautiful, by the way. Both rookies and vets report on the 26th. The Detroit Lions, what's Detroit going to do? What's Detroit going to do this year? They're in Allen Park, Michigan. Rookies report in 3 days, vets in 6 days. But, man, I got to tell you, Dan Campbell got to get them back on track. The Green Bay Packers, with all their drama-filled quarterback stuff from last season, they'll be in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Rookies report in 2 days. Vets report on the 26th. Already did the Texans. Or if I didn't, let me tell you, their rookies report in 4 days. The vets report in 6 days. Rookies in 4, vets in 6. And I'll tell you what I'll be watching there. When does Davis Mills come in? If I'm Davis Mills, I have my butt there on the 23rd, if he can. Definitely on the 24th. You know, you're a second-year player. You ain't no vet, so don't report on the 26th. Indianapolis Colts, with their new quarterback, Matt Ryan, will be in Westville, Indiana. They will report on the – rookies will report on the 23rd, veterans on the 26th. Jacksonville, got to have a bounce back here. Excuse me, rookies and vets report in Jacksonville, Florida on the 24th. Kansas City, the team that I think is going to represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. They'll be in St. Joseph's, Missouri. Rookies report in 2 days, vets in 6 days. The Las Vegas Raiders, one of my new favorite teams just because of what they're doing off the field. They're in Henderson, Nevada. Rookies reported on the 18th. Veterans report today. Rookies 2 days ago, vets showing up today. The Los Angeles Chargers, they're in Costa Mesa, California. Rookies reported yesterday. The vets will report on the 26th. The LA Rams, again, one of the teams to beat in the NFC. They're in Irvine, California. Rookies and vets report on the 23rd. Miami got a lot to prove with Tua Tagovailoa. They're in Miami Gardens, Florida. New head coach. Rookies reported yesterday. Vets report on the 26th. Minnesota, a team that changed over its leadership. New head coach, new coordinators. Eagan, Minnesota. Rookies report on the 24th, vets on the 26th. And the New England Patriots. Supposedly, Mac Jones, has come in a lot lighter than he was last year. Rookies reported yesterday, vets on the 26th. New Orleans Saints, I already said them. Rookies reported yesterday. Vets will report next Tuesday. New York Giants, they're in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Rookies reported yesterday. Vets on the 26th. The Jets, they're in Florham Park, New Jersey. Rookies yesterday. Vets on the 26th. The Eagles, Jalen Hurts and the Eagles, they're in Philly. Both rookies and vets report on the 26th. The Pittsburgh Steelers, they're in Latrobe, Pittsburgh. Vets and rookies, 26th. Who's going to be the quarterback? Is it Mitchell Trubisky's team? The 49ers, they're in Santa Clara. Both rookies and vets on the 26th. I want to see Trey Lance for myself. I'm tired of these reports on Trey Lance. I want to see him for myself. Seattle Seahawks, man, Drew Lock, boy. I tell you what, man. I think Geno Smith outplays Drew Lock for the starting position. You heard it here. They're in Renton, Washington, July 26th, Vets and Rookies report. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Tom Brady minus his security blanket, Rob Gronkowski. They'll be down in Tampa. Rookies report on the 23rd, Vets on the 26th. Tennessee, they're in Nashville, where I'll be this weekend. Rookies on the 23rd, Vets on the 26th. And Washington, who cares? They're in Ashburn, Virginia. The Vets and Rookies report on the 26th. They need to shut that whole franchise down for me. Can't stand none of them. Can't stand none of them. All right. Keith Hennig, Detroit is going to have a big year, 4-13. Yeah, boy, that'd be unbelievable. Keith Hennig, Leonard Fournette came to camp weighing 900 pounds. Todd Bowles is pissed. I would be too. I would be too. If Fournette did that for real, I heard he came in, at 260. That's, bro, what are you thinking? But if anybody can get it off of him, an NFL football coach can get it off of him. An NFL football coach can get it off of him. All right, let me hit a quick commercial. Be right back.
BS3 Network. Changing the way you watch TV.
All right, y'all, back here on the lunch break, powered by JM&E, streaming live on Roku, courtesy of BS3 TV. Download BS3 TV from your Roku streaming device, and you will be glad you did. All right, so let's get to the question that was answered like 2 segments ago, who I think will be the winners in football. Now, let me tell you what happened last year, okay? Let me tell you what happened last year. Last year, it was the Rams at 12-5, winning the West. The Buccaneers at 13-4, winning the South. It was the team up in Wisconsin winning the NFC North at 13-4, and then the Cowboys won the East at 12-5. I don't see any changes. I don't see any changes in any of those divisions. Cowboys winning the East, team up in Wisconsin winning the North, the team down in Tampa, the Buccaneers winning the South, and the Rams winning the West. I think there'll be a flip-flop in the West between 49ers and Cardinals. 49ers finished third, Cardinals finished second. I think there'll be a flip-flop there, 3-2. I still think the Saints will be second in the NFC South. I think the Bears have a chance to jump Minnesota in the NFC North. And I think the Eagles will be the second best team in the NFC East. Now, playoff teams, here they are. Based on what I said, you got Cowboys, team up in Green Bay, Tampa Bay, and Rams. And then your playoff teams, I've got 49ers, Saints, and Eagles. 49ers, Saints, and Eagles. Those are my playoff teams in the NFC. Winning Wednesday now. Winning Wednesday. My opinion, not our opinion. That's what I got. That's what I got. Jameis Winston stays healthy, and yeah, that's what I got. That's what I got. Let's go over to the AFC. Let's go over to the AFC. Last year's winners. 11-6 Buffalo won the East. 10-7 Bengals won the AFC North. The 12-5 Tennessee Titans were the number 1 seed in the AFC. And then Kansas City at 12-5 won the West. Again, I see only one change. Baltimore wins the AFC North. Baltimore wins the AFC North. I have been saying Steelers second, Bengals third, Cleveland fourth. Now I'm saying Baltimore, Cincinnati, Pittsburgh, Cleveland. That's my only change. That's my only change. So here are my playoff teams. Buffalo, Baltimore, Tennessee, Kansas City. Playoff teams. Wildcard teams. Wildcard teams. Cincinnati, Indianapolis, Raiders. Yeah, the only team that I think will have a shot to really contend to kind of ruin that playoff thing will be the Chargers, and I guess you can throw New England in there. I think New England takes a step back this year. I think New England takes a step back. You're going to find out. Everybody talked about Tom Brady and Bill Belichick. Tom Brady won a chip before Belichick did since their departure. Now you're about to find out what Bill Belichick looks like without not only Tom Brady, but Josh McDaniels. And I know Josh left before, but Tom Brady didn't leave when Josh left. You didn't catch that. Josh left before, and they were able to maintain because they still had TB12. And remember, when TB12 went down, they still had all their offensive coordinator, defense coordinator, along with Matt Castle and Bill Belichick. Now we're about to see something different. Now we're about to see Bill Belichick without Josh McDaniels and without TB12. I think New England takes a step back. I think Mac Jones is going to have a tougher time figuring things out without Josh McDaniels. I do. Now, I'm not saying that Miami or the Jets are going to knock off New England for the number 2 spot in the AFC East. What I'm saying is that New England takes that step out of that playoff spot, and either Cincinnati will take it, or the Raiders and the Chargers will take it. Maybe even Denver. You don't know. You don't know. Are the Bengals winning the division, or do you have them as a wild card? I've got them as a wild card. I've got Baltimore winning that division. Baltimore number 1, Cincinnati number 2. And again, I made a change because I pulled Pittsburgh down from number 2 to number 3 since the last time we've talked about this. So let me do the whole AFC North. Number 1, Pittsburgh. Number 2, Cincinnati. Stop. I'm messing my words up. Number 1, Baltimore. Number 2, Cincinnati. Number 3, Pittsburgh. Number 4, Cleveland. Yep. Now, hear me. Once Deshaun Watson is locked in at quarterback in Cleveland, whole different ball game. Once all this civil stuff is behind him, once all the league punishment stuff is behind him, and then all he's got to do is the noise from the fans and the media, Deshaun will be fine. Cleveland will be fine. They just need to hold that roster together a little while longer and let all that get behind him, and I might have to redo the AFC North. But right now, the way it stands right now, Baltimore, Cincinnati, Pittsburgh, Cleveland. Wild card, Cincinnati. Division winner, Baltimore. And again, I feel like the Colts got a chance to make the wild card with Matt Ryan having a few weapons like Jonathan Taylor and some of that wide receiver core that they've got, and a very good offensive line, better than he's ever had. I think they've got a wild card shot. And then, man, literally 2 wild cards can come out of the West, which to me is the best division in football, hardest division in football right now. The Raiders can get a wild card spot. The Chargers can get a wild card spot. And of course, we'll see what Russell Wilson will do in Denver. Keith, let me take a break. I'll answer that when I come back right after this on the lunch break. We'll be right back after this promo for BS3 TV.
BS3 Network. Changing the way you watch TV.
Man, let me give it up for my brother right here. I got to tell you, man, I told y'all this bro was brilliant. I told y'all thought I was just hyperbole, but this dude is legit. And I'm talking about Mike Patton, the general, touring the AFC South. He had none other than one of the queens of sports, Jamel Hill, on his show last night. I hope you don't mind, Mike. I shared that segment on my personal page on Facebook. And we'll definitely be sharing it on Twitter. Believe it or not, I'm not on Twitter every day, but man, you are amazing, bro. You are amazing. Don't let anybody else tell you you're not. Don't let anybody else tell you you're not doing it a certain way. You do it your way, bro. You do it your way. Yeah, by all means, take whatever you need to improve, get better, what have you, because you are already brilliant. And I mean that. I mean that sincerely. I've seen a lot of folks come and go in this industry, and you one of the cats that just do stuff differently. Do it your way. So anyway, he says it's going to be fun in the AFC South this year. I think it's a two-team race, man. I think it's a two-team race. I think if Ryan Tannehill doesn't do anything to hurt the team, doesn't try to do too much, and they keep Derrick Henry and that running back crew minus Deontay Foreman, they're going to be all right. They're going to be all right. And I know they lost top receiver, but you know what? I'm not saying that they can win or just instantly replace him, but I think that their style of play is conducive to, bringing along wide receivers slowly. When you got a running game like that, you're going to allow some guys at the wide receiver core to get their confidence, to get their skill and their talent of their craft. It's going to allow them to get that locked in. I think that they're going to be just fine. Now, are they going to be the number one seed in the AFC this year? I'm not saying that, but I'm saying they're going to win the AFC South. It's going to be them and the Colts, and who knows what the Texans and Jacksonville are going to do. I know what they're going to do. They're going to battle for that number 3 spot, number 4 spot. They're gonna battle for that. But Tennessee is the team to beat. Mike, let me take you back. Remember when the Colts ran off all those AFC South titles? They weren't always dynamic. They weren't always flashy. They weren't always, just killing it. But they were always the best team in the AFC. And they won the games that they needed to win. And they overcame the games that they lost. And they won the division, which got them in the playoffs, got them a decent seed, and there they went. It's going to be the same thing for a little while longer with the Tennessee Titans. I don't think that window's open forever, but I think just like the Colts ran off a number of back-to-back AFC South titles, the Texans ran off a few AFC South titles. That's what Tennessee, they're the team to beat in the AFC right now. And I believe you, Woods is going to be dynamite. Yeah, and that's why I say, man, you got enough balance on that team that's going to help guys like Woods and others kind of step into their role when it counts. them being dynamic in the beginning of the year doesn't matter. Them being dynamic when they're making that playoff chase and in the playoffs is what counts. And I think their confidence is going to build throughout the season. They're going to be fun to watch this year. And I think Derrick Henry's got a lot to prove. Derrick Henry's got a lot to prove. I think it still is eating him up. That 3rd and 1 and 4th and 1, I think, is eating him up. So, ain't nothing like a player like Derrick Henry with a chip on his shoulder and something to prove, bro. Yeah, they gonna issue out some pain on the other members of the AFC South. They gonna feel them. They gonna feel them. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I think Jelani Woods is gonna end up being a star for the Colts at tight end. I mean, hey, the Colts are gonna be good, man. Again, Matt Ryan is gonna be playing behind. Why is my voice cracking? Matt Ryan is going to be playing behind the best offensive line that he's had in his career. And that even includes the Super Bowl team from Super Bowl 51. So, man, it's going to be – those two teams are going to be fun to watch battling in the AFC. Again, man, Kansas City has a chip on their shoulder. They got stuff to prove because of them moving on from Tyreek Hill. They got something to prove. You know, Andy Reid and Eric Bieniemy, Patrick Mahomes, that defense, they got something to prove. They're going to be tough to beat. You know, Tennessee, something to prove. Baltimore, more to prove than Cincinnati, in my opinion. More to prove than Cincinnati, which is why I say Lamar Jackson, John Harbaugh, that defense for Baltimore, and they got Brown from Tennessee, bruh, let's get it. They're going to be tough. And then again, Buffalo, man, they are like the proverbial bridesmaid. They are still angry over how that playoff game ended. They still feel like if they had gotten one more touch, that they would have been there. I feel like they're going to run away with the AFC East. Buffalo's going to separate itself. Going to separate itself from the rest of the teams in the AFC East. And again, New England, step back. You know, if I'm wrong, I'll be wrong. But baby, Bill Belichick now got to show me he can win without Tom Brady and Josh McDaniels in the same season with a 1 year past being a rookie quarterback. It's a lot to ask. All right, y'all. Ran out of time. Have to come back and do it tomorrow on Throwback Thursday. That'll wrap me up on Winning Wednesday. I'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully Chris Gardner, Houston Round Ball Review, will join me. We'll talk basketball. We'll talk some other stuff. But as always, let's not be divided. Let's be united. I truly do love you. And there's nothing you can do about it except meet me here tomorrow at 1 Central. Y'all have a great day. We'll talk to you soon.
It's Sybil Wilkes with what you need to know. Today is Wednesday, July 20th, 2022. Number 1, Mississippi Congressman Benny Thompson has announced he's tested positive for COVID-19. The chair of the January 6th committee said this will not derail the next public hearing. It will be televised Thursday evening. During what is described as the last scheduled presentation for now, the panel will focus on what Donald Trump was doing for more than 3 hours, or 187 minutes to be exact, during the attack on the U.S. Capitol. Number 2, the UN Secretary General has warned that wildfires and heat waves wreaking havoc across the globe show humanity facing collective suicide as governments around the world scramble to protect people from the impacts of extreme heat. Antonio Guterres told ministers from 40 countries to discuss the climate crisis. Half of humanity is in the danger zone from floods, droughts, extreme storms, and wildfires. No nation is immune. Americans are feeling the heat at home. Climate scientists say the heat waves are becoming more common, severe, and persistent. Many OBGYNs, including some who perform abortions, are celebrating a decision that allows them to avoid traveling to the state of Texas for certifying board exams. Some feared gathering en masse would make them vulnerable to violence. Others who are pregnant themselves are worried about developing complications and being forced to seek care in a state with strict abortion limits. The American Board of Obstetrics and Gynecology exams are voluntary, but certification lends respect to doctors' credentials, indicating they graduated from an accredited medical school and passed written and oral competency exams. Number 4, the ability of transgender or gender non-binary TNB people to legally change their names is critical to their health and safety. Illinois has one of the most restrictive name change laws in the nation. That, according to current law, people with felony convictions must wait 10 years after the conclusion of their sentence to change their name. In addition to these harsh restrictions, the current procedure for filing a name change is antiquated, time-sensitive, and costly. House Bill 2542 is a legal attempt to modernize the name change law in Illinois and advance health equity for these communities. Number 5, Relisha Rudd has been missing from Washington, D.C. since March of 2014. Relisha was just 8 years old when she disappeared from the D.C. homeless shelter. She was last seen at a Northeast D.C. motel with Khalil Tatum, a janitor at the shelter. Police found Tatum's body March 31st of 2014 in a shed, dead of an apparent suicide. Relisha is still missing. Anyone with information about Relisha's disappearance, please go to the Black and Missing Foundation website. Here's your daily inspiration from Yogi's Jewels. Mental illness is nothing to be ashamed of. Seek help. So, inhale counseling, exhale shame. Join me today live on YouTube and Facebook at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central with my co-hosts, Stephen Hill, Myra J., and Quinn Townsend Riley, as we discuss today's top headlines and more. Thank you to our What You Need to Know partners, Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated and the American Heart Association. To subscribe to my free daily newsletter, please visit SibylWilkes.com. Be informed, be empowered.
BS3 Network. Changing the way you watch TV.